Welcome to another exciting episode of Marky Mark's Woodshop 101. I'm Marky Mark, and this is the Woodshop. So Amber left me alone with the camera and said make a video. So I've been down here working on the barn door a little bit, and I made the first crossbuck there, and also inlaid for the door handle, one of them. So I used a router to mortise that out and chisels to fine tune it. So I just put the handle away because I only got like 2 handles and 4 of them to do, one on each door each side. And as far as the crossbucks go, I've got 8 of those to do. So that's the first one there. Oops, wrong way. And I've been putting, oh, focus, focus. I've been doing dowels. That's what happens when she leaves me alone with the camera. I've been doing dowels on the corners, and I've got a little jig made up. Let me see if I can pop this off and keep it steady enough to show you. So I made this jig, which helps keep the bit straight, because I'm going into the boards. You can see some of the holes there just started, but the 2 bottom dowels are in, and they're going in about 9 inches. So the bit I'm using is quite long. So in order to keep it steady, I've made a jig. I've got a pilot hole already drilled that goes in a couple of inches. The bit will sit down, and it's guided by the board right behind it and underneath of it behind the clamp. So that way I've got a guide to help keep it straight as it goes in. So I've got 2 more to do on this corner and 1 corner left on that door. Oh, there's a new addition. I needed somewhere really to segregate the wood tools from the automotive tools, which are there. And I've got tools on either side of the box that need to be put in. I got that side box with some of the woodworking tools that I'll move over, and they'll be right behind the bench. I'm thinking of putting it right there against the wall, or right there where the scroll saw is under the orange doodad. That may be a good spot, but I need to get casters for the scroll saw so I can move. Well, I managed to squeeze the new toolbox in there. I'm not sure if it'll stay there, but for now it's a okay spot. It's out of the way. So we got both crossbucks on this side of the door, except for some minor sanding. I have to flip the door over now. And I'm undecided as how to attach the crossbucks. I was thinking of running dowels through, but that would go through the panels, which I'm not really enthused about doing. So I'm thinking that maybe some pocket screws would be the best way I could attach it to the frame at that point, and also compensate for some other sins. Except I don't have one of those tools. I need a jig and a drill bit for that. But they're pretty cheap. So I might have to break down and get those. Amber wanted them for something anyway. I don't know. Anyhow, that's where we're at. Trivia question. Somebody will have to remind me. But I do have a new one or two. What is the hottest burning wood? Or to put it another way, which one gives off the most BTUs when it's burned? And don't Google it. Here's another one, as long as we're on the topic of firewood. What softwood gives off more heat than hardwood? And I'm talking common firewoods. Oak, cherry, walnut, stuff you're going to find in the woods. Nothing exotic. Stuff you're going to run down when you order, hey, bring me a cord of firewood, what they're going to bring you. And the softwood's also a common variety. So there's your trivia questions. And I don't know what else to do other than wrap up. Well, I've done a little bit in the door today. I'm ready to flip it over, except for just a little bit of sanding. And actually I could probably do it underneath, but it's easier to do it on top. And let's see, I gave the shop a good vacuuming. We made a little bit more room here and there with the toolbox, which is really behind the camera by the door, so you couldn't see that other than the quick glimpse you got. And I need a couple more dowels for the corners. I have just enough to do. Actually, I may be short just a little bit to do this door. I'm going to need, probably 2 or 3 more dowels, depending on the length, to do the corners on the other door. And that involves a trip to Home Desperate. That's about it. Nothing else to tell. We're just trying to make ordinary things extraordinary here in the shop. Marky Mark extraordinaire.